Hello guys, welcome back to another video here at Thrill Ride Universe. And before I start today's video, I just want to apologize for not making a YouTube video in a while. I've been really busy with schoolwork and I just haven't really had time to sit down and make a video. Anyways, today I'm going to be doing another coaster review, this time of Millennium Force at Cedar Point. Millennium Force is an Intamin Giga coaster located at Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. And really, this ride does not need much of an introduction. Everybody's heard of Millennium Force. It has been voted the #1 steel coaster in the entire world for several years in a row by the Golden Ticket Awards. And today I'm going to be reviewing it and giving you guys my full thoughts on this amazing roller coaster. So to start off my review of Millennium Force, I'm just going to go over the stats. It sits at a height of 310 feet, drop of 300 feet, 6,595 feet of track, maximum speed of 93 miles an hour, maximum angle of descent of 80 degrees, 2 minutes and 20 seconds of ride time, and a maximum G-force of 4.5. So when you first walk into Frontier Trail, which is the section of the park that Millennium Force is in, you're going to see Millennium Force's massive 310-foot lift hill and first overbank turn. Millennium Force does tend to get very long lines. However, when I was at Cedar Point, I never had to wait any longer than 30 minutes for this ride. And I think the reason why is because Valraven had just opened, so it was a huge crowd pleaser and everybody wanted to ride Valraven, and it led rides like Millennium Force, Maverick, Top Thrill Dragster, and Magnum XL 200 to have very short lines. Once you've waited in the queue that has zero theming, you're going to walk into the coolest station of all time. It looks futuristic and it's really cool, and it also has futuristic music playing, which is awesome. Once you have waited in the station, you're going to climb into the seat of your choice, and you're going to notice that this ride has Intamin T-bars, which are my personal favorite roller coaster restraints, because they are very comfortable and allow for some awesome airtime. Once you have pulled down your lap bar, you're going to quickly race up the 310-foot tall lift hill. This lift hill is very fast and steep, and it is a great way to start off the ride. Once you have reached the top of the 310-foot lift hill, you're going to drop 300 feet at an angle of descent of 80 degrees. This drop is absolutely incredible. It is without a doubt one of my favorite drops on a roller coaster. After the incredible drop, you're going to go into the first of 4 overbank turns on Millennium Force. This is easily the most intense part on the ride. And a lot of people will bash Millennium Force, saying that it's not very intense, and they'll give it the nickname Millennium Forceless. And yeah, I kind of agree with that. It's not the most intense coaster out there. It's not nearly as intense as Fury 325, but it's still pretty intense. It's not forceless, but intensity is just not Millennium Force's main objective. After Millennium Force's first overbank turn, you're going to go into the first airtime hill on Millennium Force. This airtime hill is absolutely packed with floater airtime. There is so much floater airtime in this one hill. I must have counted like 5 seconds. It seemed like it lasted forever. After Millennium Force's first airtime hill, you're going to go into 2 back-to-back enormous overbank turns. This part of the ride is very fun. This part of the ride is kinda rattly. This definitely is not the smoothest Intamin out there. However, the roughness on this ride almost makes it fun in a way. It makes it feel more intense. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention with Millennium Force is that there is 2 tunnels during the ride. One before the first airtime hill and one that is a little bit later in the ride, and I'll talk about that later. After the 2 overbank turns, you're going to go into another floater airtime hill, not quite as large as the first one or as good as the first one, but it is still pretty awesome. After the airtime hill, you're going to go into the second and final tunnel on the ride that leads straight into an ejector airtime hill. This ejector airtime hill is awesome, and it definitely sent me soaring out of my seat. Millennium Force really doesn't seem to lose any of its speed throughout the entire ride, so this part of the ride was legendary, flying past the station at an incredibly fast speed. After the incredible ejector airtime hill, you're going to go into the last element on the ride, which is another overbank turn. This overbank turn isn't quite as exciting as the first 3, but it is still pretty awesome. After the final overbank turn, you are going to hit the brakes and the ride is now over. Overall, this is one long, crazy, and fantastic roller coaster. The pacing on this ride is unmatched, and this is overall one of the best roller coasters I have ever ridden. Not quite top 5, but definitely top 10. For this ride's overall score, I will be giving it a 9.5 out of 10, and that is because this ride is near perfect. The main reason why this ride isn't getting a perfect 10 is because this ride is not the most intense. It's kind of forceless, but it is still a very fun roller coaster. Many coaster enthusiasts will say that this ride is extremely overrated, which I do have to agree with because this ride is very overrated. However, at the same time, it is kind of underrated too. The reason why is because since this ride wins the Golden Ticket Awards every year for the best steel coaster, when it clearly doesn't deserve it, everybody decides to hate it and say that it sucks, when it really is one of the best coasters out there. Now, one of the questions that I get asked a lot is which coaster do you prefer, Millennium Force or Fury 325? At the moment, I am somewhat indecisive. I cannot quite decide which ride I prefer. They're both great in their own ways. Fury 325 is more intense and has more unique elements, but Millennium Force has better airtime, a better drop, and better restraints, so I can't quite decide which ride I like more at the moment. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching my coaster review of Millennium Force. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And in the comments below, please let me know which coaster review you would like to see next on my channel. And also let me know your thoughts on Millennium Force. That is going to do it for now, and I will catch you guys all next time. Bye.